As young people, like, so many different issues interact with our lives on like a daily basis. My name is Winter BreeAnne. I am 19 years old, and I am a student first at Howard University, but I'm also an advocate and have been dubbed an activist. When the Parkland shooting happened, I remember like the whole class kind of like pausing, because we all kind of like realized that what was happening could also happen to us at any time. We were literally on Twitter with like the students who were live tweeting what was going on in their own schools. So it also was like a whole nother level of personal impact. I ended up organizing the national school walkouts that happened in March of 2018 after the Parkland shooting. About like 2.3 million students walked out of schools, and that was like another really big moment because that was a lot of work.
Our voices are being heard loud and clear.
It was crazy to think that like a team of like super young kids who were just like super passionate about something could do something that like garnered so many people's attention and gave them a platform to like make sure that their voice and their opinion was heard. I think all young people start off with curiosity. All children start off with some form of curiosity or wanting to better understand the world around them. Growing up, my family, my parents, my grandparents definitely curated a very safe space for me and my siblings to express ourselves. Black is Lit was my first baby, and I guess like my first step into like more structured activism in a way. I remember the Black Lives Matter movement was really taking off, and Trayvon Martin had recently been killed, and I felt very helpless in the sense of like, how can I use my platform and my voice to like make change in this space, especially having a younger brother myself. So Black is Lit started off as just a platform for sharing positive stories of Black people in my community. I mean, being a young kid during that time, I understood that a lot of the narratives surrounding like young Black men weren't even factual or based in any like real reality. And so I was kind of took it upon myself to like tell those stories and tell the stories in order to shape the way that people saw us. And so when it comes to like creating platforms and creating like spaces for stories to be told, I mean, I think it's like really important, one, that like, yeah, our stories are being told, but also that the everyday person's story is being told, you know?
You don't see the people that look like you in the media.
I've been fascinated by people's relationship with Blackness since I've been at Howard.
Community is so important, and I think we're in a unique space where like there's a bunch of cool young people who are like here to like disrupt things and like change the game. We relaunched in August with a big campaign of like, I think it was like 12 amazing young artists in New York City. And now we are working on building like a cohort or a collective here at school, but also a national one. And I've been really fortunate to build a community of people and form real life personal relationships with people who I connected with in the digital space.
Oh, let's take a selfie. Angles, okay, okay, bet.
This is good?
Activism to me, or being an advocate to me, literally just means me like playing my part in creating the world I want to see for tomorrow. And I think everyone is an advocate or an activist in their own way. Like, I think as long as everyone is putting in the work and doing the things that, one, they care about, and two, is doing good in the world, then like you're, in a sense, being an activist or an advocate for what you care about.
I am honored to stand here as a Black woman.
If I wasn't doing the work that I am doing now, that I would be doing like a disservice to my ancestors and to my family who have invested so much into me. I want to leave the world a better place for them and their children and my children and grandchildren. And so I do it because I think I have a responsibility to do it. If I don't do it, I can't expect other people to do the work that I was called to do too.